In the earlier stage of starting a business, we spend time considering the barrier to entry, which is just fancy talk for how hard is it to join this industry. On July 15th, Elgato released a wave of products, unintended, that blew creators away across all platforms. Of these releases, there were two products that stood out to me the most as a budget streamer. And with that, let's dive in. What's up, guys? My name is Giago, put it together, and it is pronounced Gigo, and today I invite all of my budget streamers to rejoice because today, or technically the 15th of July, high quality just became more affordable. But before we jump into it, I do want to invite you guys over to my Twitch channel, link in the description below. I do stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit the chat. I'd be more than happy to help you out. In addition to, if you guys can do me a huge favor and hit the like button or the dislike button, it's all about the engagement, and all of that would help me out with the YouTube algorithm, and it'll put this video in front of other people looking for information like this one that I'm going to provide. So if you guys can just do that, it'll be a huge favor, and I'll appreciate you for the rest of my life. And, you know, while you're at it, hit the subscribe. In case you missed it, Elgato released a slew of products, which entails a wall mount, a mic stand, a low profile mic stand, an updated version of what is known as the Stream Deck Mark II, the Facecam, and the Wave XLR. The two main products that we're gonna focus in on today are the Facecam and the Wave XLR, and that's primarily because both of these products cut upgrading costs by a ton. With their price points, we can achieve higher quality content when we're ready to upgrade at a more affordable price. So with that being said, let's talk about the camera first. As of late, streamers have been using mirrorless cameras that can cost them more than $1,000, including the proper lens and the cam link. Even with the most budget camera being the Canon M200 to stream, including the lens and cam link, it could still cost you just about $700 to $750 just to upgrade. With the Elgato Facecam, you get an 82-degree field of view, and you're essentially running it at 1080p with 60 frames per second. Now, the resolution may not be impressive, but there are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. The device comes with a software that enables you to maintain control over the camera settings. So if you decide to make this investment, you don't have a lot to worry about because you're not losing the kind of control that you would have with a regular camera. Furthermore, any settings that you decided to tweak on the device, you can actually save on the device. So if you were to take it to another computer, you don't have to worry about messing with the settings again. Whatever settings you have on the previous computer is going to carry over because it's not saved on the computer itself, it's saved in the device. This camera is also hooked up through USB, so this saves you an additional $130, I believe. I think on the lowest it could be $130 for a cam link, which is just another money-saving option. As of right now, for as far as we know, the only downside that we know about this Facecam is that it's not as versatile, or its utility isn't as much as a regular camera. The only thing is that you can only have this camera essentially in one place, just hooked up with whatever computer. You wouldn't be able to take it anywhere like you can a regular camera to film anything that you want to film outside, or if you vlog or anything of such nature. It's best served essentially for streaming, and unless you film YouTube videos like I do, sitting in front of a computer and having a conversation, that's about as far as it goes. Ultimately, it just depends on the content. On top of that, there's also no autofocus or onboard mic. I believe you have to be within a certain distance. I think the closest you can be is within about 1 foot from the camera, and as far as 8 feet and outside of that, you'll be out of focus. The onboard mic thing, I think nobody's gonna really worry too much about. Anybody that streams or uses equipment from Elgato to stream don't really use a webcam in its microphone, if that makes any sense. More often than not, streamers are using microphones like the SM7B or the Elgato Wave mic, or even the Blue Yeti, or anything around that sort of nature. So those missing features really only harm you just depending on the content that you're actually making. However, if you're on a budget and you're looking to upgrade the quality of your stream, this is a pretty solid camera. This camera is currently sitting at $200, without the need of a cam link, and it's already $300 cheaper than the best budget mirrorless camera in the market. You're essentially saving about $500 to upgrading your setup. Now let's talk about the Wave XLR. If you're currently using a XLR microphone, chances are you've already invested $250 to $500 on a Go XLR, whether it's the chonky boy or the Go XLR Mini. Now, if you're looking to invest in an XLR mic, then this is actually great news for you. The Wave XLR mic turns any XLR mic into a USB mic, granting anybody access to the Wavelink software on the computer. This software is the audio interface that people usually spend at least $250 for so that they can use and control their audio quality for a microphone like the Shure SM7B. And the best thing about the Wave XLR is it's only $160. It's almost $100 cheaper than the Go XLR Mini. And in case you're wondering about the device's power and its ability to handle a microphone like the Shure SM7B, the device provides 75 dB of gain, about 50 of which is done on the hardware in the device and the remaining done through the Wavelink software on the computer. The only thing that's concerning realistically is just the lack of VSTs, which is just a fancy way of saying filters for your mics, that way you can control the quality of audio. But the good news is Elgato's actually working on that and are planning to release it. We don't know when, but hopefully soon. But other things people might be kind of sad about are the lack of faders. This is just a small device with a gigantic knob and a mute button on there. No faders that you can actually play with. But I mean, if you don't care and you want to save somewhere around $100 to $300 on an XLR audio interface device, I mean, why not? So that's about it, friends. Those are the two most important things out of Elgato's releases that made affording high quality streaming possible. If you have any questions about these devices or just budget streaming in general, feel free to hit the Twitch link in the description below. On top of that, please do me the huge favor of hitting the like or dislike button. The engagement is going to help this video get in front of many other people. And if you wish to hear more content like this, feel free to hit the subscribe button so that way I can see you in the next one. I'm a genius. You're just upset because I'm on the nose. I'm right on the money. I don't think a woman has another ovary. You're the one over here like, oh, you got a right ovary and a left ovary. I think he wants you to ask Buttercup about her ovary count. Women do have left and right ovaries. I don't know. I didn't study science. I'm a freaking business major. I don't study biomolology. I'm dead. Should we get Buttercup involved in this ovary discussion? We're gonna call Buttercup right now. All right, here we go. Can I borrow you for a second?
Why?
So Chris is saying you have 2 ovaries. I didn't study. Chris says you have 2 ovaries.
Really? That's how you called me?
I don't know why he's calling me Sue. He's asking me. He's asked, what? Why are you lying, dude? We have proof. Okay, we'll ask Google then. All right, let's ask Google. I don't know basic anatomy. How many ovaries does a woman have? Bro, they have 2 ovaries. Dude, they have 2 ovaries, one on either side of the uterus.